2025. We're celebrating Black History Month again. We're back again. I myself, Danny of NaturalAllyD, and Dr. Sheila of SJ Wellness. We're back in 2025 celebrating Black women who are doing amazing things for themselves, for other Black women in the community. Hey, Dr. Sheila.
Yes, hello. Hello, Danny. Hello, everyone.
Yes. So we did this last year with a bang. We celebrated 24 women who were doing amazing things, and we're back again in 2025. We're doing it a little bit different. Like last year, we said we would be there all night if we celebrated all the women that we wanted to give them their flowers to, right?
Right.
So this year, we're going to do a little bit different. We're going to celebrate 2025. And certainly there are more women that we want to shout out. We want to share with you some extraordinary women in the community who you can look into and support and hopefully love on them the same way that we love them and how they are loving on our community.
Yes.
And stay tuned. We're also going to have some good nuggets that are going to be beyond Black History Month you want to know about, right, Dr.
Right.
Sheila?
Yes. So stay tuned.
Yes.
Some good things coming up.
Absolutely. So as we get started here in our 5 in 2025, Dr. Sheila, you want to get started with your shout outs for this year?
Yes, I do. But before I get started, I just want to say that thank you, for being on the show tonight. And I just, I love being here and doing this like we did last year. It's just hard to believe that time has flown. We did this last year, and here we are again.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
It has.
Time flies when you're having fun.
When you're having fun. And we had fun last year. Well, I think we're going to do the same this year, too. What you think?
Yeah, I think so, too.
All righty. So let's get started. Who we want to highlight this year?
Yes. Well, I'm going to start off with a friend of mine, a colleague, associate, Janisa Bowden.
Okay.
She is the owner and founder of Bowden's Natural Health Solutions.
Okay.
We've been acquainted because we went to the same school. She's a doctor, naturopathic doctor.
Ooh, okay.
And if you follow her on Facebook, you'll see that she's dedicated to helping others find natural solutions to enhance their well-being.
All right.
So she's truly dedicated to natural wellness.
All right. Shout out to Dr. Janisa Bowden. Okay.
Yes.
We always can use more naturopathic doctors in our community, right?
Yes, that is so true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she's helping the community with natural wellness.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So reach out to Dr. Bowden, interested in natural wellness. Okay.
Yes.
Who do we have next?
The next person is also a good friend of mine, Cheryl Perkins. Okay. Cheryl Perkins, I've known her, I would say about 7 years.
Okay.
Never met her in person, but we talk a lot on Messenger, on Facebook. Okay. We're part of the same Facebook community.
Okay.
And that's how I met her. She is truly a gem. And what she does on the Facebook page and also on her website is she helps women that are married to Christian leaders embrace the call to balance marriage and ministry. So she helps women that are married to men that are in the ministry.
Okay.
To help them have the balance of church and life and home and the relationship between the wife and the pastor as well. So she does all of that by helping them. And you can find out more about what she does on CherylPerkins.com.
All right. Shout out to Cheryl Perkins and what you're doing in the community. That's
yes, it's wonderful.
Wonderful calling. Absolutely.
Yes, it is.
All right.
The next person is Tiffany Falk Little. Mm-hmm. And Tiffany, I've only known her, I guess I would say maybe a year or two.
Okay.
I met her at a networking event, a local networking event. And she's a realtor with Liz Moore and Associates.
Okay.
So she's in the local area where I live.
Okay.
Tiffany Falk, Tiffany Falk Little. She is a realtor, affiliated with Liz Moore and Associates, and I met her at a networking event, a local networking event. And if you go on her Facebook page, you will see, as she's a digital creator, you will see her with her travel lifestyle. She has travel, lifestyle, and fundraising efforts and events that she's a part of.
Okay.
And she's also a part of Finding Your Dream Home. So
Mm,
she also offers information on that as well, because she is a realtor.
okay.
And another thing that I love about Tiffany as well is that she does something where you connect the dots to get people to know one another. So she knows a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I'm in wellness.
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to know if she knows of somebody that's also in wellness that she
Okay.
feels could help my business or enhance me in some kind of way with my business or
Uh-huh.
relationship, she
Yeah.
connects people together. So
Okay.
she's good at that.
So great connector.
She's
All
a
right.
great connector and a realtor as well.
All right. Well, shout out to Tiffany Falk Little.
Yay!
Woo! What you doing? Yes. All about the
Yes,
connections. And this world is so small. You never
it
know who
is. It
knows who.
is. You sure don't.
All right.
All right. The next person, my fourth person, is Mia Bray McLean.
Mm-hmm.
And she's on Instagram at 4_Mias. And she's the owner of Mia's LLC.
Okay.
And what that is a catering business.
Hmm.
And I met her at a vendor show. She also lived in the area where I lived at one time, not
Okay.
far from me. And she makes delicious food. Her
Oh,
banana
where's she
pudding,
at?
her banana pudding and her cakes, and oh my goodness, she has such delicious treats.
Now, where is she located?
She is located in a little small town in Virginia.
Okay.
That's where she's located, I guess, near the Williamsburg area.
Okay.
And so she really is, she is a caterer. And one thing about her story is that she used to be a preschool teacher.
Hmm.
And during the time of COVID, she realized that she wanted to do something else, to start
Mm-hmm.
her own business. So she
Okay.
just took a leap of faith
Mm-hmm.
and started Mia's. And
Okay.
I'm telling you, her business has really taken off.
Awesome. Following your passion, and stepping
Hmm.
out there on faith. Oh, that's just a beautiful story.
Yes, it
Oh,
is. Yes, it is. So follow her on Instagram. She's also on Facebook, and she shows a lot of her goodies on those pages.
okay. All right, Miss Mia. Well, yes.
All right. So the fifth person, last but not least,
Okay.
the last person, but she's not least,
Mm-hmm.
is Karen Gulliford.
Okay.
And Karen is a good friend of mine, a dear friend. I've been knowing her for years. We lived not far from each other as little girls. She lived 3 doors down from me, and we still keep in contact. She lives about 45 minutes from me now, but we keep in contact, and we try to go to lunch at least 2 or 3 times a year together to meet up and talk.
Mm-hmm.
She's truly a dear friend, and she has a business, and
Okay.
she's the owner of
Ooh,
greatworkplaces.com.
great workplaces. Okay.
Yes, great. It's great slash or
Mm-hmm.
dash, I'll say great dash
Mm-hmm.
workplaces.com.
Okay.
And what she does in her business is she works with movers, leaders, shakers, and business owners
Okay.
ready to expand their leadership and performance skills. So I
Okay.
guess what you would call her is a business coach. That's what
Okay.
she does.
Okay.
And
All
she's
right.
very good at it.
Oh, awesome. Shout out to Miss
Yay!
Karen.
I could talk
Yes.
about her all day because since I've known her for so long. But she's a good person, sweet person, and a good business coach as well. So check
Okay.
her out on Instagram at
All
Karen
right.
Gully Coach.
Awesome. Such wonderful ladies. You shouted out. Kudos to all those ladies and all the things that you're doing to show up and show out
That's
for
right.
other Black women and for the community. So we're giving you your flowers today.
Mhm.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Oh, wow. Thank you for sharing your 5 in 2025. And if you're
You're
watching,
welcome.
ladies, the replay, let us know that you were here. Yes. Okay. So now I'm going to share with you my 5 in 2025. So, first off, in no particular order, these love all of them. We have Miss Regina Michelle. Now, Miss Regina Michelle, she does have a YouTube channel, right? So on her YouTube channel, she talks about first of all, she's a fellow social worker. So when I found that out, I was like, another fellow social worker. I just sort of gravitated towards her. She's located in Alabama, but just an absolutely beautiful soul. We met, we hit it off, and actually we have a podcast together. We started a social work podcast. Let's talk social work. Podcast. So stay tuned for another episode of that coming up. But on her channel, she's talking about working a 9-to-5 job, and she drives over 100 miles a day, right? So she's sharing her journey of having to do that and what it's like to, strive for retirement. And she has faith and family is always first with her. But I love her conversations because she's on the edge of news and things that are going on in the community from her perspective. And she just has a beautiful aura about her, and just coming from that social work background. And of course she always demands, like, we're gonna talk, we're gonna converse, but this community is going to be respectful, right? She is all about the respect, and I honor and respect her and what she's doing. So check out her channel, Regina Michelle, on YouTube. And she's talking about current topics, but she brings a different perspective about it from just a beautiful soul. So look forward to everybody joining Regina, and see you in the chat and commenting about what she's talking about, because she has some stuff and people be commenting. So shout out to you, Regina, for what you're doing for the
Yay!
community
Shout out.
and all that.
That's beautiful.
And absolutely. And she's
Yeah.
also, I want to get it right. She also has a line of items that she sells. I don't know if it's Etsy. Forgive me, Regina. I know you're going to be watching this afterwards. But she also, if you check out her channel, she'll share with you some things that she also does resale. Okay. So some good to know. All right.
Well, did you you mentioned too, Danny, that she does positive news, and she's has all about positivity, and that's what we need today. That is so needed today with positivity. So it's good that she's doing that for the community at large.
Absolutely.
Because we need more positivity.
Yeah, she voices her opinion with respect and love, and she invites you to do the same. But that's one of her requirements. We can talk, but in the comments, she said we're gonna be respectful. We're gonna, we're gonna have healthy dialogue, but we're gonna do it in a nice and calming way. I thoroughly love that, because that sets the tone for your channel, right? It sets the tone for people to let you know I'm not about that negativity in life. We can have a difference of opinion, and she says that, but we're going to be respectful of our opinions and voice it and have a conversation like adults. Okay. So shout out to you, Miss Regina.
Yay!
My next shout 5 and 25 is Miss Celine Riggins. I know you'll be watching this, dear heart. So Celine Riggins I met her she's a local notary public, mobile notary public. I had met her through some mutual business women in the community, and we connected and we collaborate on business in the community. And she's really all about sharing her knowledge. She's been in the business since like 2006. And on her channel, she talked about it's the destination for all things related to notary services, information, and professional development. I love Celine, and she's always, she's willing to share, right?
Mm-hmm.
So whether you're a seasoned notary public or just sharing, or you're just starting out in the field, her channel is designed to provide you with valuable insights, tips, and resources to enhance your notary journey. So I love that she's willing to reach out and reach back to us. It's a local group of us ladies called 313 Notary Sisters, where we get together, encourage one another, and business building. And how beautiful it is to, you know, meet other, the shout out to 313 Notary Sisters as well, along with Celine, who's, we all part of the same group. But just being amongst other women who, it's not about competition.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
about the competition. It's
Mm-hmm.
about supporting one another. We share information, we share resources, we share jobs. Looking to this, do you have this together? And what about this? And how can I help you with this? And we support each other's businesses, and it's truly a blessing. So I'm shouting out to Celine Riggins and the 313 Notary Sisters, and check out her channel and all that she's doing. And kudos to you, my
You.
sister. You're successful, a long time business venture, and willing to reach out to other new notaries and seasoned notaries and offer some insights with a little bit of entertainment on the side. Okay.
That's wonderful too.
It
She's
is.
helping out the community as being a notary, and I don't know. I would I would think that being a notary, sometimes you might think that you're by yourself. If you decide that you want to be a notary, you
Mm-hmm.
might think you're by yourself. Where do I start? What do I do?
Yes.
Because they don't always. Sometimes people will become notary, but you
Mm-hmm.
see a lot of people that are life coaches
Mm-hmm.
or health coaches, and
Mm-hmm.
then sometimes a person is a notary, they don't know where to go. So this is a good resource to know what to do, how to
Mm-hmm.
start a business such as notary business.
Yes, and speaking of
Mm-hmm.
which, she does have an Etsy shop where you can download. So check out her channel. She has all her links in the bio. So thank you for mentioning that. She has all her links in the bio, where she has an Etsy shop. She has downloadable resources for notaries that could be utilized for any notary anywhere, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
she's really about giving back. She's a good-hearted person who gives back to community and like helping the community, but also her fellow colleagues, which is a blessing. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, yes,
Yes.
shout out to Celine.
You.
All righty. And my next one is shout out to Marissa Price. Now,
Mm.
Marissa Price, she has a YouTube channel, and it's called Marissa Price Heal. She has two. She used to be Marissa Price MSW. Now she's Marissa Price Hill. So I'm shouting her out this year because she made a pivot and changed her name. And she is really about the healing for Black women. If you watch any of her videos, she shows up and shows out. She talks about topics and subjects that can be sort of stepping on your toes, those ouch and ooh, yeah, I got to think about that. And, conversations that we need to have about our mental health, our environmental health, just things people might not necessarily talk about
Mm-hmm.
every
Mm-hmm.
day as it relates to Black women, the Black community, about our history. But she does it in a way of making informed decisions and knowing from which, giving you the backdrop of things and having a conversation with other Black women about these particular topics. So she is Marissa Price Heal. She's all about the healing for Black women. And most recently, Dr. Sheila, she started a YouTube channel for Black women freelancers, right?
Oh.
She's
Mm-hmm.
also on, let me get it right, Mighty Networks, right?
Right. Uh-huh.
And so she started a second YouTube channel where she is encouraging Black women to get into the digital space of being, if you want to be a freelancer. And so in her community, you can find her community on her YouTube channel. She's encouraging and getting Black women together and giving them the tools and the resources and the support that they need in the coaching of being a freelancer. So if you want to
Mm-hmm.
start a business, you have these women sharing all these tools. There's no stingy energy or resources in this community, and I love that about her. And how she shows up for other Black women. She is really all about that life, and I love that about her. So shout out to Marissa Price Hills and all that you're doing
Ooh.
in the community on YouTube, and Black women freelancers. You are so appreciated, because you know how you don't know what you don't know, and then someone
Mhm.
else is willing to share their
Yeah.
technical knowledge with you to help you
Mhm.
start your business.
Yes.
And she
Mhm.
was a virtual assistant, so she has information for those who want to be a virtual assistant. But check out her channel and her um, Mighty Networks community.
Oh, wonderful. That's wonderful. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to check her out, and some of the others too.
Yeah, and she's also, again, she has a degree in social work, not necessarily practicing now, but she was another I gravitated towards. Like, oh, another social worker. Woohoo, let me connect with her. Yeah, I get excited about other fellow social workers. I know what it means
Mhm.
to be in this space or have been in this space. We have a different type of environment, y'all. I'll leave that for
Mhm.
another day.
Mhm. That's like what we were talking about with the person before with notary. It's a different environment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
shout out to you, Marissa. Next, we have Yolanda Tool. Yolanda Tool. Oh, she is a beautiful sister. She still has her videos on YouTube. It's Evolving Spirit Wellness with Coach Yolanda. And she is a beautiful soul. She rounded out the year of 2025 on YouTube, and she is also on Mighty Networks.
Oh, okay. Mhm.
And she is a spiritual life coach, a Reiki healing. Were we saying that right, Dr. Sheila?
Yeah.
She is a
Yeah.
certified birth doula and she offers guided meditation. So she has the
Wonderful.
Evolve community, and you can also book a coaching call with her and check her out. Just absolutely a beautiful soul who I gravitated towards in what she does and how she shows up and being intentional about offering her service and spiritual life coaching. That's how I first found out about her. She was on Marissa Price Hill's channel first.
Mhm.
And I started following her, and like I said, she rounded out 2024 off of YouTube, but she still has some videos on there. But if you want to connect with her, she is on Mighty Networks, and you can see her link tree here and connect with her if you're interested, and joining the community. Joining the
Mhm.
community, other Black
Mhm.
women supporting each other in this space. And she has tiers of levels of membership, right? In case how you
Mhm.
want to interact, which is absolutely beautiful. So shout out to her, and I celebrate her for jumping out there,
Yes.
deciding to do it, more intentionally and more full time, if I can say it that way, um, Coach Yolanda. But leaving one part of your life behind and focusing more on this. So I celebrate you. And like, jumping out on faith and doing some things. So I celebrate you and wish you much success, dear.
Ooh.
All righty. And who we have last but certainly not least is I spelled it wrong. I want to make sure I get it right. I do not want to show up and not get somebody's name right. Okay. So we're going to change this and add this to the banner. It's Leslie McCurdy. Leslie McCurdy. I met her most recently on February the 16th here at one of our local civic centers. She was doing a one-woman Harriet Tubman tribute. When I say that performance was amazing, it was free. It was every bit of worth paying for. Okay. And she showed up and showed out in this performance, and she does have a website. You can learn more about her. I think she's based out of Canada, but she has forged her career entertaining audience internationally as a solo artist for over 30 years. Along the way, she's
Wow.
received International Vigor Awards, the 2014 Elizabeth Havelock Grant from the Windsor Endowment of Arts, so I think she's based in Canada, and the 2014 and 2000 Mayor's Awards for Artist of the Year and
Wow.
Outstanding Performing Artist of Windsor, Ontario, respectively. She has a beautiful whole bio out here on her website of all the things that she has done. You should hear her story about how she even got into that space, because she was slated to be in the Alvin Ailey
Mm.
troupe.
Yeah, and that's big.
It is. If
Yeah.
anybody knows about Alvin Ailey, you know. So she was slated to
Mhm.
go there, but her life took a different turn, and it obviously a turn for the best. And I encourage you to check her out. She's also going to start, if I heard how, is it Billie Holiday? I want to say it correctly, but check her out for her upcoming new performances. If you're ever in the area or have an opportunity to see her, I would encourage you to do so. That Harriet Tubman tribute was just amazing. I have a better respect for I had a respect for Harriet Tubman, but even better respect for Harriet Tubman just based on that story that she told
Mhm. Mhm.
in art form. It's just beautiful. So yes,
It's a
shout
good.
out.
It's so good that she did that. To you know, do that show on Harriet Tubman, because you don't know very much about her. Not really. They don't really teach it in schools. So it's so good that she decided upon herself to do a one woman show showcasing her
Right.
in history. That's wonderful.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And so I'm thankful for just the fact that she had it and it was free. I was like,
Mm.
oh my
Oh, it
God,
was free.
it was
Oh
free.
wow.
Free. And
Wow.
when I tell you, I was like, oh my God, this could have been it may have been a Broadway play
Yeah, Broadway play.
for
You
free.
know, it would be wonderful if she toured different states. Maybe she does. I don't know, but that would be wonderful if
But
she
she
toured some of the southern states. Leslie, if you're listening, tour
said,
come down to the south.
yes, she does have a
Yes.
website. She was across the pond here in Michigan, so maybe she does travel all
Mhm.
over and offer this. And
Mhm.
like I said, she has another performance she is crafting, from my understanding that she mentioned. And next time she's in the area, most definitely I would plan to see her. It's just absolutely beautiful. And she went to my alma mater. I was like, oh, we got something else in common. So yeah, just absolutely beautiful. Anybody look on Leslie McCurdy's website, look at her accolades. If you have an opportunity to see her and she comes in your area, it is worth every penny. Just absolutely. So shout out to you, my sister, for what you're
Yay!
doing in the community and highlighting our people. Highlighting
Mhm.
our people in art form in an absolutely beautiful, tributing way. So can't say enough about that performance, and I'm just blessed that I had the opportunity to see and meet you. It was like a little fan, taking selfies and all. Thinking, can I get a picture? So, but yes, absolutely wonderful. So now I would be remiss if I did not. I know we mentioned 5 in 2025, but I want to shout out you, Dr. Sheila.
Oh.
I want to shout out you. Why? Because first of all, when I first met you through our Aroma Sisters, I was immediately drawn to you and your southern aura and your southern personality, your presence was just calming. We met actually through another aroma specialist group, and we connected on Facebook, and the rest is history. We've been connecting and communicating. This isn't our first recording, probably won't be our last.
Mm-mm.
And it has been an absolute pleasure. But I wanted to shout out you. So Dr. Sheila, y'all, she is a wellness artisan. I love that. Wellness artisan of essential oil blends and wellness educator. So a fellow aroma specialist. And I love that. And helping women over 40 embrace a holistic wellness lifestyle, right? She does it through affirmations, she does it through inspirational quotes and joy journaling. You say, what is joy journaling? Well, stay tuned. We got some more information coming up about that. You're gonna want to be a part of this. Truly amazing. So whether you're seeking daily inspiration for self-care tips or creative ways to nourish your mind and body, you will find a space to relax, reset, and reconnect with yourself in Dr. Sheila. All right, so shout out to you, sweetheart, for you.
Thank you.
You as a naturopathic, holistic practitioner. Again, that is so, I feel like that is so needed in our community. And I'm partial to natural ways, y'all. Hence my YouTube channel, NaturalAllyD. And being a natural ally to people, to helping them and sharing information. But I am really about that name, natural. And so I feel like, us in our community, and I obviously don't know everybody in the naturopathic community or natural community, but I feel like we can never have too many or too much knowings about natural health. And in the state of affairs nowadays, you need something natural. Besides, I'm not telling nobody to stop taking their conventional medication, but I tell you what.
But there's a choice. The choice that you have to make. What you want to do with your health. Do you want to continue over the counter, or did you want natural solutions? But that's one thing we don't do, is tell people to stop taking their medication. But you do have a choice.
Right. Yes. And so, but if you're thinking about going the natural route, teaming up or looking into a natural holistic practitioner such as Dr. Sheila, in lifestyle, right? We talk about aromatherapy because we are aromatherapists, aroma specialists, but the whole lifestyle. It could be a shift. It can be a mindset change. It could be, you're doing something different that's outside the box, perhaps in what you grew up with, and making those changes. And maybe you just want somebody to support you in it. Because sometimes, let's be honest, it can be lonely.
Yeah.
It can be lonely if you're the only one in your circle or in your environment or family. You're trying to do stuff a little bit different to help your health, and you're looking for that support in order to do so.
Right. So, and sometimes too, don't feel bad if you are the only one that are looking for some natural solutions, and your family isn't. Because one day they'll see if you are dedicated in it, natural solutions for your health, then your family will see that, and they will get on board eventually. They will. So don't ever feel like you by yourself to do this. You just start doing it, take care of your health, and then your family will follow suit.
Yes, absolutely. That is my hope, and for all families to be healthy as best you can with the resources that you have. And I understand there can be some challenges. I'll be remiss if I didn't think about that as a social worker, but doing the best you can with what you have, and trying to make the best choices that you can make for your health, and not just default because that's what we've always done. We always did. And I don't want to feel ousted because I'm trying to do something different. But that different can possibly save your life.
That's so true.
I'll end with this. Let's be honest. For challenges that are preventative, so to speak, if you have a challenge, you find yourself in a situation where you are having to go to a healthcare facility or something like that, people who coming to visit you ain't coming there to say, let me trade places with you.
No. Mm-hmm. That's true.
They'll come pray for you, maybe. Come maybe lay hands on you if that's what you do. Or or whatever the case might be. But they're not intentionally, they may want you to feel better. But nobody's coming there to say, hey, let me get in that bed instead of you, and you can walk out with my body.
That's
you
right.
know.
Mm-hmm. And I want to say too that with as a doctor, not as a naturopathic doctor, because I do have education in natural wellness, so I call myself a holistic health practitioner.
Right.
And working with women over the age of 40, what I do is I offer alternatives. I offer natural solutions to take care of your health, to grow old gracefully. That's basically what you're saying. And we're going to all get older. I understand that, everybody, me, you, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But what you want to do is grow old gracefully.
Mm-hmm.
And, you might have aches and pains, and sometimes when you're over 40, you say, oh, this is how it's going to be. But it doesn't have to be that way. Or, you might hear, so I've heard people say, oh, well, my mother had this, my father had this. This can also happen to me, but not necessarily. It doesn't have to happen to you. So that's why natural solutions come into play. You can do that. And then there's also natural solutions that can also complement what you already do.
Mm-hmm.
There's no need to change what you already do. It could complement what you already do.
Right.
So that's what I try to do within my business of SJ Wellness.
Right. I love that compliment. Absolutely compliment what you already do. So to help you, with your quality of life. That's what I like to say. Helping you with your quality of life. If you wanted to improve it, if you wanted to add to it or help to enhance it. And I always say, Dr. Sheila, I want to mature gracefully.
Right. Mature gracefully.
I
Okay,
want to
I like
mature,
that.
you know. You know how you see spry 80-plus-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
And it's possible. It's possible. I
Yeah,
see spry 80s. I was like, that's how I wanna roll. That's how I wanna roll. You see me walking like, there she go. There go Danny. She's just strolling. I might not be moving as fast, but I want to be spry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And still have your mental capabilities and can move a little bit. You want to be just like that.
Yes.
Yeah, as you grow older.
As much as possible. As much as possible.
Right. That's right.
So I'm accepting and receiving that for myself. Okay.
But one more thing.
Yes.
That we didn't do. Danny, we have to recognize you now.
Oh, you're so sweet.
We have to recognize you.
Oh.
That's what we have to do. Oh my goodness. Danny, one thing about Miss Danny, she's going to push you to do things sometimes that's only to make you better. That's it. She's not mean in any way. She's a sweet person. But meeting her, we are affiliated with aromatherapy. That's how we met, and wellness. But meeting her, she has pushed me to think differently about enhancing my business and doing things differently. Helps me to think of things different in a different way. And that's what Danny does for me. And so I want to just shout her out a little bit, say a little bit about her.
Oh, thank you.
So Danny, her statement, her mission statement, let us continue to learn and grow and share together naturally.
Yes.
Yeah. And so in combining her background in social work and aromatherapy education, she's created her first course, Aroma Buds and Blossoms. And that's a fun and simplified, fruitful aromatherapy and natural wellness course designed for social work professionals. Because that's what she is. She's a social work professional. But she also works with counselors and everyday home users alike in aromatherapy.
Yes.
So she provides DIY things to make. You see her on YouTube, Natural Ally Danny. Hope I'm saying that
LID.
right.
Yeah,
LID.
NaturalAllyD. It's like,
Yes.
yep.
Yes. And she makes soaps,
Right here.
makes all kind of DIY things. Just like I do essential oil blends, she does soaps and other
Yes.
things she does with aromatherapy. And I'm just thrilled. You know, life had his turn for us to meet. I'm
Yes.
happy about that. And I consider you my aroma sister.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing. Now you're so sweet. Yes, aroma sister. Absolutely. I thank you for that. For
Thank
that
you.
shout out. One of the things I don't do very often. I love to share, but there is so much I have done and put out into community, like she mentioned. Um, my course, Aroma Buds and Blossoms for beginners and professionals. So I have 2 sets of courses on there that are rich in information to get you started. If you know how, I don't know, I've shared this many times, Dr. Sheila. When we first started learning about aromatherapy, I didn't know nothing. I,
Me
I
either.
I thought aromatherapy was the plug-ins that you get at the grocery store or the aerosol sprays. Oh gosh. And so, starting this journey and realizing there was something more, it was like, ooh, okay. And then now I have this knowledge. What am I going to do with it? I can't keep it to myself. And as a social worker, I always say social work is sharing wisdom. It means social work, but it also means sharing wisdom. So hence me getting out here on these YouTube streets, starting my YouTube channel, and then moving on to creating my course on aromatherapy that I have online. I also do virtual events if anybody's interested in learning about using simple aromatherapy virtually. When you do DIY, like you mentioned. And also, I do have on my website Aroma Buds, and actually, the link to my course also has a link where you can learn how to make soaps at home for yourself. So if you're into, we talk about natural health. If you want to learn how to make natural soaps using essential oils, you can certainly use the tutorial or the course without. You don't have to, but if you are interested in creating your own soaps in a natural way, you can check out my my website, Aroma Buds and Blossoms, and check out the link for the resource to the course. And I'll put a link to the course in the description. So you can go to my website, Aroma Buds and Blossoms, you see right here, and connect with my course and or my soap making course. And again, I also offer virtual events. So if you have a group, an intimate group of people who you want to learn about simple aromatherapy and walk away with some sort of create and keep items for yourself and to help yourself and those of your loved ones, you connect with me and we can see what we can do and help you on that natural health journey, as Dr. Sheila has said. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. I'm
You're
humble.
welcome. You're
I
welcome.
am humble. Oh, and turning it back to the spotlight of you. So now we're going to jump into something that you shared with me about this joy journaling. Tell me about that. A little bit about that. We got some exciting news for y'all coming up. So stay tuned for some joy journaling. Share a little bit about that. Give them a snippet.
Oh, well, joy journaling. That's what I call it.
Okay.
But it's also called junk journaling.
Junk
And
journaling. Okay.
yes, JUNK, junk journaling. And if you
Okay.
go on YouTube or Facebook or
Okay.
Instagram and you put in your search junk
Okay.
journaling, so much will come up about the subject of junk journaling.
Did I get it
And
right? Okay. Yeah. Joy.
yes,
Uh-huh.
I call it joy journaling, but the exact term is junk journaling.
Okay.
And it's just an eclectic way
Mm.
of keeping memories,
Mhm.
keeping your memories and putting them in a book.
Mhm.
So, some people might say scrapbooking. I've
Okay.
heard that term.
Okay.
And I had to look it up the other night to see the difference between scrapbooking and joy journaling, as I
Okay.
call it.
Okay.
And the difference in the two is that with scrapbooking, you have a beginning and an end of how you uh, put in pictures
Okay.
in a binder, a book, a
Mhm.
planner.
Uh-huh.
So, for an example, for scrapbooking, you might put in pictures of a travel place you
Okay.
might have been. For an
Okay.
example, if you and your family went to Disney World,
Uh-huh.
then you put the beginning of when you started the vacation
Okay.
to the end with pictures and writing,
Okay.
maybe on the
Right. Right.
side. So that's scrapbooking.
Mhm.
Whereas with junk journaling, you can add pictures, you can add writing, you can add art, and you can make it your eclectic form. So when I say eclectic, you could put pictures on a page, and it doesn't have to be neat as a scrapbook would be. It
Uh-huh.
could be all over the page, and it could be a theme.
Okay.
So if you want to do a theme of, say, all receipts that you when you went to Target,
Okay.
and you put all the receipts on one page,
Okay.
or you want to put just anything, I guess, tickets to a
Okay.
movie that you went to, and
Right.
you put tickets on a page, um, along with a program that you might have went
Ooh.
to a Broadway play,
Okay.
and you just put it right on the paper. Um, Also, joy journaling is also could be called glue book. And when I say glue book, it's just filling up the entire page of your joy journal
Okay.
with memories,
Yes.
memory papers. So that
Mhm.
would be tickets, that could be brochures, but your whole page is completely filled with everything that gives you good memories of that event,
I
if that
love
makes sense.
it. Does it does, and it warms my heart because I think I've been doing some of that in my life, but never knew what it had a name to it.
Me
Okay.
too. Me too.
And so
Me
I'm
too.
excited to do that, and to do that with you, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. And I want to say that I just like you said, I've been doing this for years and didn't even know it. And now it is a profession. A lot of people on Etsy sell their digital things to make joy journals.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but back in the day, I called it scrapbooking. And it
Mm-hmm.
was just, I had a theme. And my theme of my scrapbook that I did
Mm-hmm.
years ago was
Uh-huh.
all music related. So
Mm.
everyone that was in music, I'm telling my age now,
Uh-huh.
in the 70s and 80s, was
Uh-huh.
all on the scrapbook. And it was
Okay.
just pictures just slapped in the book,
Okay.
where I did it very neat.
Mm-hmm.
But see, with joy journaling, you're just putting it right on as a collage. You're just
Okay.
adding it in, adding it. It doesn't have to be as neat.
Yeah.
And you can also write how you feel, write a little information about the pictures that you put in the book as well.
Oh, that's wonderful. Like I said, it just I love the idea, and I have been doing that, not knowing that that's what they called, or they had a name to it, or somebody had named it, or there was a thing. So I look forward to sharing that with our audience, right? So stay
Yes,
tuned. And
yes.
Dr. Sheila, we will be having um, an upcoming video where we're going to be talking about just that. So stay tuned for the month of March. We're going to be on the lookout for our joy or junk journaling. And I'm going to remember to remind me, Dr. Sheila, I'm going to bring my journal of things that I have been joy or junk journaling for a long time. And like I said, didn't
Yes.
realize it was. a number of journals, and I'll be sharing my journals that I've created. So look forward to having you back,
Yes.
and stay
Yes. I'm looking
tuned.
forward to it.
Yay! So
Yes.
we're looking forward to that. So stay tuned for the month of
Stay
March, and you'll
tuned.
see more about it. Okay. So what's next on our list to mention? We talked about we're going to be doing some joy and junk journaling. And then what else do we have? Want to shout out to March the 10th, right? So March the 10th, if you don't know, ladies, Black women, I saw on Facebook when I was sharing with Dr. Sheila, I had a post that I had read by a young lady Wendy Dixon. And she had that there is a National Day of Rest for Black women. You heard me right. The National Day of Rest for Black women is a day dedicated to honoring the resilience and contributions of Black women by encouraging them to prioritize rest and self-care. In 2025, this observance falls on March the 10th, which is the same day that coincides with the anniversary of Harriet Tubman's transition. Harriet Tubman's renowned for her role in leading enslaved people to freedom via the Underground Railroad, also emphasized the importance of rest and restoration in the fight for liberation. So on March 10th, they're encouraging. On this day, Black women are encouraged to take a break from their daily responsibilities, engage in activities that promote relaxation, well-being, and reflect on the historical significance of rest as a form of resistance. Oh, I love that.
I do too.
Community. Go ahead.
I was going to say, everyone that's listening, aren't you glad you're listening to this tonight?
Yes.
Because I didn't know anything about this at all.
I know, right?
Yeah, I didn't know anything about that. That's wonderful. I think that day I won't go to work and I won't do the dishes.
All right. Honey, I already put it on my calendar. Okay.
And no cleaning up, because it's a day of rest that day.
You know, and I think about it, it just whatever you want to do. Rest could look like being with yourself. Rest could look like being with another sister. And y'all just enjoying each other's company.
That's right.
Whatever it is, it looks like for you. And it goes on to say communities and organizations may host events, workshops, and discussions focused on self-care practices. All right. Mental health awareness and the celebration of Black women's achievements. So rest. And that rest is resilience. I was gifted a book that I have a video for when I'm talking about that. There's a book called Rest is Resilience, and it's an audio book, but she's talking about that very thing. So if you get an opportunity, I'll leave a link in the description for that book as well. The author is talking about how she came to, realizing how important rest is. And she has something called the nap ministry. If you've never heard of that, it's a ministry around napping.
Yes.
So,
okay.
Yes. And so
I do that.
I know.
I do that.
Yes. And so National Day of Rest for Black women is again what? March the 10th.
March the 10th.
Go ahead.
And excuse me, Dan, I just want to have a disclaimer and say, don't skip out on work. I was just kidding with that. But
but whatever you plan to do.
So whatever you plan to do.
Whatever you plan to do is on you, beloveds. Whatever you plan to do. But we just let you know that is a thing out here, and I'll put information in the chat about that. Okay, so if you decide that that's what you want to do, then hey, however you do it, you might even, like she mentioned, if you have to go to work and that's not an option for you, maybe you take your lunch break and you just don't do nothing. Or you take part of your day or your evening and don't do nothing. Whatever that looks like for you, just to honor yourself. And as we talk about self-care, right? That's
Right.
self-care. And like me and Dr. Sheila, we were just talking about that self-care. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't show up and be anything to anyone else. You know,
That's so true.
if that's what your calling is and the serving,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
All
That's
right.
right.
Okay. And so last but not least, the shout out we want to give in this Black History Month is a soap. And not my soap,
Yes.
but another soap. What type of soap are we talking about?
We talking about something that's considered a daytime drama. Used
Yes.
to be
Remember
called
those,
soap
y'all?
operas. Yeah, you remember soap operas back in the day? I can
Yes.
remember a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, I think only three are on right now,
Okay.
on television. Only three.
Uh-huh.
But I remember the days when you used to have about at least 6 or 7, maybe 10 in a day.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, so many of them. God Light, As the World Turns, General
Yeah.
Hospital. I mean, they were all back to back to back.
Uh-huh.
And so now there's another one that's coming out on Monday. Isn't that right, Danny? On the
Yeah.
24th?
February
Uh,
the 24th,
yes.
2025. And it's called what?
Beyond the Gates.
Yes. Beyond the Gates. And I'll read you a little bit about that information. Beyond the Gates is an upcoming American television soap opera created by Michelle Val Jean, which will begin broadcast on CBS on February 24th, 2025 as a part of their daytime programming block. Set in a leafy Maryland suburb just outside of Washington, D.C., this will center around the Dupree family, a multi-generational affluent African-American family in a gated community. This is the first daytime television soap opera to feature a predominantly African-American cast since Generations, and the first new daytime soap to debut on a major American broadcast network since Passions in 1999. Production for this commenced on November 2024 in Atlanta, Georgia. So if you are a previous soap opera fan, I remember watching soap operas when I was little. With my great grandmama, and I'll be talking. She watch them, and she'd be watching me. And when my mama get home, whoever got home, I'll be sitting there talking about. And guess what happened on the soap opera? So I'll be the replay about the soap opera. So yes. So if you're into soap operas, you want to see something that hasn't happened in a long time, Beyond the Gates, February 24th on CBS.
And I want to say that this new daytime drama that's coming out, Beyond the Gates, they're not sponsoring this that we're doing. Not at all tonight.
Right.
They're not sponsoring it, but we just want to shout it out as being part of Black history.
Yes.
This hasn't been done, and just have a soap opera such as this in about 30 years. I remember years ago there was a daytime drama on TV, and I could never really watch it because it was competing with another show, and that one was also predominantly Black cast, and it was called Passions, and it starred Vivica Fox. As a matter of fact, one of the actresses of the Community. So that show didn't last very long. So I'm hoping that Beyond the Gates will last. I'm hoping that it will last a long time. Because just by the previews, looks like it's going to be good.
Okay, y'all. This is, we just can't, we celebrate and salute those that, we shouted out, beautiful, wonderful women in the community doing great things for other Black women or just for our community. Stay tuned again for our upcoming Joy, also known as Junk Journaling video information. We're going to have some fun. And Also, be on the lookout for Monday if you're interested. Last but not least, like we just mentioned about Beyond the Gates, right? Beyond the Gates.
Yes.
So we thank you so very much for watching and staying tuned. And like I like to say, do you have any parting words, Dr. Sheila, before we close out?
Yes, I just want to say that I enjoyed being here tonight and talking with you, Danny, and also shouting out the women that are really doing it, that are movers and shakers for the community. Keep on keeping on, because all of
Yes.
you have done so well, and just
Yes.
keep working with the community. I'm just so proud of all of you for what you all are
Yes.
doing. You.
Absolutely. And I'm honored to know these women and be amongst in their
Me
presence if
too.
they're
Hmm.
local. So shout out to you and all that you're doing, all of us who are in the community who are doing great things for other sisters, other brothers, just our community, period. And we salute and celebrate you as well. So I think that'll do it for us. What you thinking? We headed out, Dr. Sheila?
Yeah, I think we're headed out.
All right.
All right.
Like I like to say on my channel, let us continue to what? Learn, grow, share together naturally. So until next time, beloveds, and stay tuned. Bye-bye for now. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Hearts, hearts. Oh.
It's the first day of your